Today, let's talk about the complex rational expressions. When we say complex rational expressions, it is an expression in which the numerator or denominator or both contain one or more fractions. So there are two ways of simplifying complex rational expressions. First is by writing the numerator as one fraction and the denominator as one fraction. Then multiply the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. And the second one is by multiplying the numerator and denominator of the complex rational expressions by the LCD of the numerator and denominator, then simplify. So now, let's have an example. So we have here, simplify x minus y all over by 2x divided by x plus y all over by 3x. So since the numerator and the denominator are one fraction, let's proceed now to multiplying the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. So ito, isusulat muna natin siya as division para hindi tayo malito. So ito ay magiging, we have x minus y all over by 2x divided by x plus y all over by 3x. So, sabi natin kanina dun sa ating method number 1 or first method is we will write the numerator as one fraction and the denominator as one fraction also. Then, multiply the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. So, kukunin muna natin yung reciprocal nito. So, we have, ito ay magiging x minus y all over by 2x. Then, ito, kukunin natin yung reciprocal or babaliktarin lang natin. We have 3x all over by x plus y. Then, ito ay magiging multiplication na siya. Okay. So, after that, ifa-factor muna natin ito. So, ang magiging factor nito, we have our x minus y all over by, ihiwalay muna natin yung 2 times x para may makancel tayo. Then, multiply to 3 times x all over by x plus y. Okay, so ngayon, cancel out the common factors, then we will simplify. So, ito, ika-cancel na natin, then, yon. So, ang magiging sagot na natin dyan ay we have, so 3 times x minus y will give us 3x or 3 times x minus y all over. Pagsamahin lang natin yon, we have now 2 times x plus y. So, ito na ngayon yung ating magiging sagot. Okay, so paano naman yung ating second method, which is by multiplying the numerator and denominator of the complex rational expressions by the LCD of the numerator and denominator, then simplify. So, dito naman, kukunin natin yung ating LCD. Okay, so, isolve ulit natin yung x minus y all over by 2x divided by x plus y all over by 3x. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ang LCD nito ay, LCD is 6x. Okay. So, we have, sulat ko muna dito, we have x minus y all over by 2x divided by x plus y all over by 3x. So, ito daw ay i-multiply natin sa kanyang LCD, which is, yung ating LCD ay 6x. Okay. So, 6x, i-multiply natin sa x minus y all over by 2x. So, we have now, so, ganito siya. 6x divided by 2x will give us 3. Then, times, so we have 3 times x minus y. Then, divided by 6x divided by 3x will give us 2. So, we have 2 times x plus y. Or, eto, pwede rin natin isulat as a fraction na magiging ganito siya. So, parehas lang yung ating nakuhang sagot. So, nasa sa inyo na yon kung ano yung gagamitin nyo. Yung first method ba or yung second method. Now, let's have another example. So, we have here, simplify 2 minus m all over by n divided by m all over by n minus 1. So, dito, gagawin muna natin yung numerator as 1 fraction, then the denominator as 1 fraction also. So, ito, we have 2 times n will give us 2n. Copy lang natin yung minus m, then all over by n. Then, sa baba din, sa denominator din, so we have, copy lang natin yung m, minus n times negative 1 will give us negative n all over by n. So, after yan, ifa-factor na natin or kukunin muna natin yung kanyang reciprocal bago natin siya i-factor. So, ito, ang magiging itsura niya na, we have 2n minus m all over by n. Kunin natin yung reciprocal nito. So, i-divide na natin siya into n all over by m minus n. So, kung papansin ninyo, meron na tayo pwedeng i-cancel dyan, which is the 2n. Okay, so yung naiwan na lang, we have now 2n minus m all over by n or m minus n. So, ito na ngayon yung ating sagot. Okay, so paano naman kapag yung method 2 natin or yung second method, which is to get the LCD at i-multiply natin sa both numerator and denominator. Okay, so meron tayo dito kaninang, ito, kopyahin lang muna natin. Ito. So, we have, para hindi kayo malito, 2n minus m all over by n. Then, i-divide down natin siya sa m minus n all over by n. So, kinopya ko lang kanina yung nasa kabila. Okay. So, ngayon, kukunin natin yung kanyang LCD. So, yung ating magiging LCD dyan ay we have n kasi parehas na n yung kanyang denominator. Okay. So, i-multiply na natin siya ngayon sa ating LCD, which is n. Okay, so multiply na natin siya sa n. Okay, so kapag n divided by n will give us simply 1. 1 times yon. So, we have simply 2n minus 1. The next, n divided by n will give us 1. Then 1 times m minus n is equal to simply m minus n. Or ito, pwede rin nating isulat as ganon. Okay, so parehas lang yung sagot na ating nakuha. So, ganon lang siya kasimple. Now, let's have the last example. So, we have here, simplify a all over by b minus b all over by a divided by a all over by b plus 2 plus b all over by a. So, bago tayo mag-proceed sa ating first method, which is to get the reciprocal, then proceed to multiplication, isimplify muna natin itong ating equation or pasimplihin muna natin siya. Okay, so dito sa numerator, kukunin muna natin yung kanyang LCD, which is AB. Next is AB divided by B will give us A. Then, A times A will give us A square. Then, sa kabila naman, so we have, since subtraction yung operation natin, then, lalagay lang tayo doon ng minus sign. Then, we have AB divided by A will give us B. Then, B times B will give us B square. Next, proceed naman tayo sa ating denominator. So, isimplify din natin yung ating denominator. So, yung ating magiging LCD dito ay AB din. The next is divide natin itong AB doon sa ating mga terms doon. So, we have AB divided by B will give us simply A. A times A will give us A square. Next, AB divided by 1, since wala siyang denominator, so meron siyang indivisible 1 dyan. So, simply AB, then AB times 2 will give us positive 2ab. Then, the last one is ab divided by a will give us b. Then, b times b will give us positive b squared. Okay, so, ngayong na-simplify na natin yung ating numerator and denominator, pwede na natin kunin yung kanyang reciprocal, then proceed tayo sa multiplication. Okay, so we have a squared minus b squared all over by ab. Then, kunin na natin yung reciprocal nito, yung ating denominator, then proceed tayo sa multiplication. Okay, so baliktarin lang natin. So, we have ab all over by a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so after nyan, ifa-factor out natin or ifa-factor natin yung ating mga given para sa ganun may ma-cancel out tayo or may ma-eliminate tayo. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, ito ay sum and difference of 2 squares yung magiging factor ng ating numerator dito. So, we have magiging a plus b, then a minus b. Okay, so, sa ating denominator, i-copy na lang natin siya. So, we have a, b. The next, i-copy natin yung a, b since pares naman sila doon na pwede nating i-cancel mamaya. So, we have a, b. Then, ito, pwede ulit natin siyang i-factors. So, ano yung factors nito? So, we have a plus b, then a plus b. So, ito ay factor nito. Itong ating a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So, kapag na-factor na natin yung both na fraction natin, pwede na natin siyang i-eliminate yung mga magkakaparehas. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, ito ay parehas doon, then ito ay parehas din doon. So, ano na lang yung naiwan? Okay, so yung naiwan ay we have a minus b all over by a plus b. Okay, so ganun lang siya. Simple. So, paano naman ngayon kapag yung method 2 ang ating sinunod? So, kapag yung method 2 naman yung ating sinunod, which is get the LCD, then multiply lang natin sa ating numerator and denominator. Ganito yung magiging step natin. Okay, so copy muna natin yung ating given kanina, which is a all over by b minus b all over by a divided by a all over by b plus 2 plus b all over by a. So, dito pa lang pwede na natin kunin yung kanilang LCD ng both numerator and denominator, tsaka natin multiply sa ating mga terms dito. Okay, so yung ating magiging LCD sa numerator ay we have AB. Then, doon din sa ating denominator ay we have AB. Okay, so after that, i-multiply na natin siya sa ating mga fraction. So, ito ay magiging AB divided by B will give us A, then A times A will give us A squared. The next, we have AB divided by A will give us B, then B times B will give us B squared. So, minus B squared. The next, dun naman tayo sa ating denominator. So, AB divided by B will give us A. A times A will give us A squared. Then, next we have AB times 2 will give us simply positive 2AB. Then, the last one, we have AB divided by A will give us B. B times B will give us B squared. So, after nyan, pwede na natin siyang i-factor. So, ang factor ulit nito, we have A plus B times A minus B Then, the denominator naman, we have nagiging a plus b yung ating factors times a plus b. So, ang factor nito ay a plus b times a plus b. So, after nyan, pwede na tayong mag-cancel out. So, ito, makakancel na yan. So, ang naiwan na lang ay, we have a minus b all over by a plus b. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. So, ganun lang kasimple mag-simplify ng complex rational expression. So, be sure na alam mo yung mga previous lesson natin, which is the factoring method, kasi kailangan natin ito for simplifying complex rational expressions. So, yung first na way natin ay to get the reciprocal, then proceed to multiplication, then yung ating method 2 or second method is to get the LCD, then i-multiply lang natin sa ating mga numerator and denominator. So, ganun lang kasimple.